This is our last social studies video. I know, if you need to go get a box of tissues now in order to get your way through it because you're gonna cry, go right ahead. But if not, we'll just go ahead and get started. All right, last fun fact for you. It's all about bees, and we talked all about bees and how important they are for our environment and how important they are in Hanover County as well. Bees are notorious for their stings, but humans aren't the only ones who experience this pain in the neck or the arm or the leg. In protecting their hives from outsiders, some guard bees will stay by the entrance and sniff the bees that come in, says Maureen Peso from the biology department of Marquette University. If there's a rogue bee from another hive trying to steal some nectar, the guard bee will bite and even sting the intruder. Wow, totally blew my mind when I read it, so I thought I would share it with you. All right, a little bit of social studies for you. We are going to end our social studies for the year with civics. And I'm thinking to myself, we started with civics, we're ending with civics. That must be something that's really important. So let me go ahead and read you the notes from the Phase 2 Learning Packet, your best friend for the last several weeks. It says, who makes all the rules? Some rules are simple, such as no yelling in the library. Others can save lives. Cars must stop for red lights and stay within the speed limit. These very important rules are called laws. When you break a law, not only could you end up paying a fine or even going to jail, but you might be putting yourself and others in danger. The lawmakers. When we vote, we make a choice. We pick people to make our laws and see that they are carried out. If someone breaks a law, the people who run our government will see that the lawbreaker is punished. Some rules impact only our community. A no skateboarding sign is usually a local law. Some laws are written at the state level by our lawmakers in Richmond, Virginia. Speed limits on major roadways are set by each individual state. Laws that apply to everyone in the United States come to us from Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. Homeland security laws at the airport are examples of national laws. We need governments because they develop laws to keep us safe and protect our rights and properties. Here they want you to create some different flashcards for words like citizen, trustworthiness, self-reliance, self-discipline, rules, communities, laws, and government. So let me walk you through each of these because they're important enough to be included in the packet. Citizen, a person who is a member of a community. You are a citizen of the Elmont Cardinal community, and the best community that you belong to at Elmont is our third grade class. Trustworthiness, the quality that makes people feel they can depend on you to do a job. Trustworthiness. Do we have a character trait that we're looking for from students at Elmont that would be a synonym of trustworthiness? Quality that makes people feel they can depend on you to do a job. What would that be? I'll give you a clue. It starts with R. If you said responsible, you are absolutely correct. Let's look at self-reliance. The ability to do things by yourself without needing to be reminded to do so. Wait, didn't I just tell you that was a synonym of responsible? Oh, trustworthiness, self-reliance. Yep, that means being responsible. Self-discipline, the ability to control your behavior. Sounds like being respectful to yourself and others, being responsible within your community, and being ready to follow directions and learn. Wait a minute. Are we talking about government or are we talking about Elmont? Maybe it's the same thing. Rules. Guidelines for how people should act or behave. We spent the first 2 hours on the first or second day of school this year coming up with our own classroom rules that we all signed together. Communities. Places where people live, work, and play. Elmont could be a community. Your neighborhood could be a community. Hanover County could be a community. Even the state of Virginia could be a community. Let's see, laws. Important rules written and carried out by government. So the difference between a rule and a law, if the government makes it, it's a law. If a community makes it, it could be a law, but more times than not, it's the rules like we develop for our classroom. And what is a government? A group of people who make laws, carry out laws, and decide if laws have been broken. All right, now we're going to talk about diversity. Many thousands of years ago, people rarely left their towns. They never saw people who looked different from themselves. Africans were the first people to leave their homeland 200,000 years ago, fanning out to populate the world. Ancient Egyptians and Greeks were some of the first to write stories of what they saw on their journeys.
Diversity was a big surprise at first. Their explorers brought back diaries from their voyages, along with wild and often very confused descriptions of the people, places, and things they had seen. First contact. As people began to travel from continent to continent, Asians saw Africans for the first time. Europeans saw Asians. Something interesting happened in America. It became the first place on Earth where many people of different colors and ethnic origins lived side by side. The United States became the first place where Native Americans, Africans, Europeans, and Asians all had to try to learn to live side by side. America became the world's first truly diverse nation, a place where, over time, we have learned to appreciate other people's customs. And when they talk about appreciating other people's customs and appreciating each other, what it really boils down to is respect. We're all different. We all bring such cool and interesting things to the table. Whether you look at our classroom, our school, our county, our state, our country, or the planet that we all share, we need to learn to respect the differences that we have amongst each other so that we can get along and become citizens of the most important thing, planet Earth.